Welcome back to a brand new coffee tech break with Jan. Today, I think I got another great video for you lined up during a cup of coffee. And it is because I want to take you through brand new version of the Teams app number 2, which is available now for the MTR for Android devices like the Studio X. And I will show you in this video where you can find this update, which is explicitly offered through Teams Admin Center. And I will show you that. So it's also sometimes part of a regular Poly update with an operating system, etc. So this update is only supplied through Teams Admin Center. Now, what you will see, one of the great new features in this release is the direct guest join for Zoom. And soon we'll probably also expect the direct guest join for WebEx. But in this video, I'm going to take you through direct guest join for Zoom, which has become available now in this new update. Now, before I dive into the details, take a cup of coffee. That's important. Now, what we're going to discuss high level. So I will take you step by step through Teams Admin Center. So how can you upgrade your MTR on Android, specifically here the Studio X and the touch panel, the TC8 at the table. How can you upgrade those devices to make sure that you got that latest Teams application running? I will show you that. Then I will give you some tips and tricks on a Zoom meeting invite. So there are specifically some tips and tricks there which you need to know that it's processed correctly by the MTR on Android. And finally, I will show you the end user experience. So how will that look like? And lastly, I'll probably show you some of the roadmap items which is public available, which shows that the Zoom direct guest join is coming, but also that WebEx should follow soon. So I would say, hopefully you enjoyed it. I would say, let's get started now and take you to that setup. So first off, let's jump into Teams Admin Center. Here you go. Welcome into Microsoft 365 Admin Center. So this is your centralized gateway where you can go into the different admin centers and also into the Teams Admin Center. So you'll find that here under Admin Centers. You go here to Teams, you click on that. This will open up a separate portal. Here you can find all the team settings, you can find your Teams devices, etc. So let me show you. So here you see on the left side, Teams devices. We'll open that one up. And there you see Teams Room Windows, Teams Room Android, Service Hub, and any other Teams hardware devices that you have. So we'll click on Teams Room Android. Now, as this is a demo tenant, I don't have a lot of devices in here, but I just want to show you where you can find that Teams app update. Now, on the top one, you can find one which has a non-urgent issue here. So this will be the update for your device. And it will show you when it's offline. If there is no update or the update has been done, it will give you status healthy. And so that's very important. But in this case, it gives status non-urgent. Now, let me show you first the version that is running here. The version here under health, and you can find it here below. We're running now an older version, the 13.05 of that Teams app. And so that was the previous version of that Teams app. Now, how can we update the device? We go here to non-urgent, we click on that. On the right side, you got now the information available to do the update. There's a newer version available. We'll click on that. Now, by default, I set it to defer to 30 days. And so that makes sure that I have some time to prepare myself. You can also set it to as soon as available, or you can set it to 90 days. So that's important. The update will at the end happen, but I usually recommend you just update 1 or 2 rooms and just see how the update works in your environment to make sure that that is okay. And then you can update and probably the other devices. Now, here you see a manual update. So here you can force it manually. You can do that directly by just clicking on Teams app update, click on update. Now, if the device is not used for 5 to 10 minutes, you will automatically see the update being pushed. You can also schedule the update. So there is a scheduler available also here to make sure that at the end is pushed out when the room is not used. Now, what is very important is I'm using now this tab, Teams Room on Android. But there's another tab, it says Touch Consoles, and this is the TC8. So make sure you also update the TC8 at the table, in this case the TC8. This is important, they need to be aligned with each other, because otherwise you're probably missing functionality. So under Touch Consoles, here you will find the same, non-urgent, click on that, go to the Teams app update, manual update, and here you click on Teams app, click on update, device is not used, 5 to 10 minutes, the update will be done. This is very important, and those two tabs are here because I still see a lot of customers which only do the touch or do only the MTR on Android, but then these two devices are not in sync with each other and you're gonna miss functionality. So make sure these are aligned. Now, as a next step, let me show you how the meeting invite, a Zoom meeting invite looks like and what is important there. Now, concerning the Zoom invitation, and let me take you through some tips and tricks. So as soon as you got the MTR on Android update to running, so what do you need to do to get the message out? So you can schedule a new Zoom meeting or you can forward a Zoom meeting. What is important is the MTR on Android will read the location field. So this is important. This will be critical for the device to know it. So you can even copy and paste the link in there if you have that. It will process it. So that's important. On the MTR on Windows, the processing was done on the body of the field. So this could change in the future. But today, with this initial release, the location field is being read by the MTR on Android, and it will process that and will give you that join experience. Now, also, what I've also seen with the MTR on Windows with the Direct as Join is you probably want to enable the process external meeting messages on the resource mailbox. Because I can imagine you got people coming into the company, they're gonna forward Zoom invites to that room. That is not working if you don't enable this. And sometimes I've seen it even not working without enabling this. So make sure if you have issues with this direct guest join on Zoom or probably also on WebEx, make sure you have the processing external meetings is set to through. And so I want to take that with you because this is really an important coffee tech tip. All right, so let me jump into my MTR on Android meeting room now to show you this end user experience. Welcome into my MTR on Android meeting room. So in this room, I can show you the end user experience of direct guest join for Zoom, how that looks like, which features and functions are available before the meeting, during the meeting, and after the meeting. Now, here on the big screen, on the left side there, you see a very big touchscreen. So I can show you there all the functionalities. You see I got a mouse over there, so I can guide you through all those features and functions over there. Here below, I've expanded the TC8, the touch panel. So I'll also guide you to the features and functions that are available in that scenario. Now, the first thing you need to do, which I've already done, is schedule a Zoom meeting. Make sure you got that information in that location field, what I mentioned earlier, and then schedule the Teams invite. So you got a feeling how this looks like on the touch panel. As you can see, the Zoom invite is not processed at the moment because we don't have any join button. So there's first you need to enable this functionality. Now, as I'm logged in here with a personal account, I'm able to change this setting without logging in through a password. So where you can do that, let me show you that. So you go to More, we go to Settings, then we go to Meetings. Again, as it is personal, I can just change those settings. And here you can find third-party meetings under meetings, allowing third-party meetings. And here you go. We just enabled this. You don't have to save it. It's just done automatically. We just need to go back, back, back. And here you go. We have now direct guest join enabled on MTR on Android. And really, really powerful. So pre-meeting, as you can see, it's lighting up blue. It says it is a Zoom meeting, so it's clearly stated. And also on the Teams room here, this is the Teams meeting, and it's also mentioned there as a logo. Now let me take you to the in-meeting experience. So what do you have available in features and functions when you join this direct guest join meeting for Zoom, as well as on the big screen, which is a touch screen, so I can walk you through those features and functions over there, but also on the TC8. So what functions are available on the TC8 when you join this meeting? I think this is really powerful. So you got the ability now with an MTR on Android, and in this case Studio X, that you got the ability to join a Zoom meeting. That was first only possible, for example, when you add your laptop to the meeting, and you could use device mode. So you use that USB cable in the laptop, then you're able to break out from the laptop side. Now, still, if you want full functionality, of course, you need to use device mode. You can share camera, speaker, and mic with your laptop. You join the Zoom meeting with your laptop, and you can do everything. But now you can just also walk into this meeting room and join a Zoom meeting and just collaborate with each other very quickly without bringing your laptop, which I think is really, really nice. If I click on that join meeting right here, it will start sort of Chromium browser with the built-in Zoom application, but you don't see much about that. You got the ability now to join it. So on the other end, I got somebody in the call who is at the beach, of course. It's nice weather today. So we got somebody at the beach just to give you an impression of the features and functions that are available. Now, just like a Teams meeting, you just have the join button. So as a user, it doesn't change a lot. You just forward your invite or you create a new invite. Again, check that location field that the Zoom information is there. And then the MTR on Android should be able to process that. All right, let me start the meeting. Here you go. So very nicely connecting to the Zoom meeting as we're joining the Zoom meeting now. And here you go. We got there somebody from the beach who just joined us to give you a little bit of the end user experience. First, on the TC8, let me show you that. So on the TC8, what you will see is on the left top side, you got your meeting invitation, you got time, you got here the message about the device. Here on the right lower side, you see the volume control. So you can go volume up and down. Camera on and off. We got here the mute, which nicely syncs with the Studio X, as you can see right here. We got the hang up button. The side menu here is also available. And remember that side menu, which is always available at the TC8, so you can also do some camera settings if needed, or find some additional version information under the settings. This is concerning the TC8. So I think this got everything what you need. Just start a meeting and collaborate with each other. Now, what is available on the big screen? Here we got also some features. So on the big screen, in case you got a mouse connected to it or you got a touch screen, you see on the left lower side, there's also a mute button. So I can click on that, which is also nicely in sync, as you can see with Studio X. We got here the stop video. We can get a participant list, as you see right here. So you can find a participant list to show who is in the call. Live transcripting, as you can request that right here. We got reactions, and so you're able to give some reactions here into the meeting if needed. Here you got some settings where you can change some different reactions. What is also very nice, you can look on the statistics, and then specifically on the video side, because what you will see is probably the application will be, I think a limit to 720p, but just depending, of course, on the bandwidth, etc. And here under about, you can see this is the Zoom application running here inside the MTR on Android. Now, what we got on the more, we can stop the incoming video if needed. Now, what options do we have? On the side menu, again, we can find the camera settings, device mode, and just some limited functionality, but at least you got the ability to do some sort of things. But also here on the touch panel, which I think is really nice, you got the basic information there. Now, next step is you want to share content. Now let me take my phone and share content. Just show you what the end user experience is. So I've connected my phone now to the device, and what you will see is on the touch panel, as it notifies me, it says content sharing is not supported. You see, so the HDMI ingest is when running drag as join Zoom application. It doesn't support content sharing. That's very important. Also, dual screen is not supported today. I know Microsoft is looking into those features at the moment with the different video providers, but it's not available at the moment. So if you want to share something, what is important is you do that through the Zoom application. So if we got another person here from the beach, and let me see if he can share something just to show you that experience also here on the MTRoA Android device. Here you go. So I'm sharing now from an external participant. So in case you want to share something, I just recommend to join with your own laptop and with the Zoom application, and then you can always share something in those meetings. There's something you can do, some things from the client side there, so the person at the beach can probably do some things. I can find here an annotate button, for example, as you can see. So you got the ability to do some annotation, but not from the Studio X side here, from Direct as Join application. As I said, it's quite a limited application, but I think the use case that you got the ability to join a Zoom meeting here with the Studio X in this case here, running natively the MTRoA Android application, I think is already very, very powerful. Now, as soon as you're ready, we just click on the hang up button. So let me show you that here on the right lower side. Click on the hang up button. Here you go. And we are back in the MTRoA Android meeting room. The last thing which I wanted to show you is where can you find that information on the MTRoA Android devices. That is sort of roadmap information. Let me show you that. Here you go. This is the Microsoft 365 public roadmap website. So I will put a link in the comments so you're able to find that very quickly. Here you can find everything for all the products. Those things which are in development, which are released, everything should be here. Now, how to find specifically on MTRoA Android is you need to go into the search field and just type in, for example, Teams and Android. So that should give you a hit on some of those features. So first off here, for example, the Teams Room Managed Service option, Teams Room Android. That means that by the end of this year, we can expect a managed service from the Microsoft website, which they already had available, a managed service for the Windows devices. It seems they're also going to do that for Android. Now, if you're going to look a little bit further, chat bubbles, as you can see right here for July. So probably the next release. So we will have chat bubbles available where you got chat like probably similar as we had with MTRoA now on the MTRoA on Windows. We probably would see a similar functionality also on the MTRoA on Android. So you see chat bubbles on the big screen. And so during the meeting, you are able to see those chats passing through the meeting. July 2022, what do we have more? Breakout rooms, also very nice features. So you can create different rooms also on the MTRoA on Android, the ability to do that. Also for the June release, so probably something for upcoming release. Now here you go, direct guest join. Here you go. So here you will find that information on the direct guest join. So which says here for Zoom and for WebEx. And so it is already now available for Zoom, at least that you can start playing around with it. But I expect that also soon for WebEx, similar functionality. And it says also here June. So probably also something which they're gonna fulfill in one of the next versions. I guess these are just one of those options available, but I would say just check out the Microsoft 365 roadmap website. Here you can find all this information. Here ends the Coffee Tech Break update for today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Especially I think the direct guest join for Zoom will be well received, and looking forward to also see the WebEx being added there. But I would say subscribe to my channel, and as soon as updates are available, I will notify you. If you got any questions, just put them in the comments. I always try to answer them as good as possible. And otherwise, I'm looking forward to see you in the next video.